Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID 19 students. Here, in the previous module, students, we discussed about the income and other goals lastly. And now in this module, we are going to discuss about the national development. So let us begin, students. National development. If, as we have seen, the previous module, that individuals seek different goals, their then their notion of national development is also likely to be different. As people are having their different goals, then for national development also they will be thinking differently. If you can discuss among your friends also what India should be for development. Most likely you would find that different students in the class will give answers to the above question differently. In fact, you might yourself think of many different answers and not to be too sure for any of these. It is very important to keep in mind that different persons could have different as well as conflicting notion of a country's development. However, can all the ideas be considered equally important? Or if there are conflict, how does one decide? Means that whatever the different people are having their different idea, can they all be given equal importance? Or there will be conflict to decide which should be given more important, which should be given less importance. What would be a fair and just path for all? Which idea should be followed that could satisfy all of these people? We also have to think whether there is a better way of doing things. So which method, which idea, which way should we adopt that satisfy most of these people? Would the idea benefit a large number of people or only a small group? Whatever the idea we are taking out of these different ideas, which idea will be satisfying most of the people, or the idea is satisfying the least people? So that way, national development means thinking about these number of questions. Here, there one picture is there in your book to discuss on the similar issue. Look at the picture right now. Here you can see a multi-story building is there and then a slum area is there. What should be developmental goal for such an area? That in a particular region there's two type people are living. What happened in this particularly? A vessel dumped. One more task is there. So first task is here. Of course, developmental goal. If the people belongs to rich class living in these multi-story building, if developmental goal would be thought by these people that this kind of region should not be there in that region because number of infectious diseases can be caused in this places, and the effect will reach to these people also. So their developmental goal will be different, and there will be contradictory also. The thinking of these people will be harmful for these people. So that way, the people living in this slum region, they also would be thinking that here should be a school facility, medical facility, road facility, clean drinking water facility, sanitation facility. All such facilities would be desired by the people living in this slum area. So that way, different people in the same region having different living condition may have their different developmental goals. Here one more condition is put before you. A vessel dumped 500 tons of liquid toxic waste into open air dump in a city in surrounding sea, and this is happened in the city called Abidjan in Ivory Coast. There is Ivory country in the Africa continent, a country of Africa. The fumes from the highly toxic waste cause nausea, skin rashes, fainting, diarrhea, etc. The number of diseases caused by this. After a month, 7 persons were dead, 20 in hospital, 26,000 treated for symptoms of poisoning. So, a multinational company dealing in the petroleum and metals had contracted a local company of Ivory Coast to dispose the toxic waste from its ship. So whatever these happen in this African country, who are the people who benefited and who did not? So of course, students, you can understand the people belongs to that country from where that toxic waste has come. They benefited, but in terms of money, in the Ivory Coast country benefited, but environmental condition spoiled out. The people badly affected. So of course the benefit goes to the country from where that toxic waste has come. What should be the developmental goal for this country? So of course such kind of decisions should not be taken place. The country should be developed enough so that such kind of conditions should not come in front of such country, so that they need to accept such kind of any harmful agreement, harmful offers given to them. So what can be some developmental goal for your village, town and locality? Similarly, you can think. Now, how to compare different countries or states? When we compare different things, they could have similarities as well as differences. So whenever we compare the things, there would be similarity and differences both possible. So which aspect do we use to compare them? Let us look at the students in the class itself. So students, if we think over in our region only, how do we compare the different students? They differ in their height, health, talents, and interest. The highest students may not be the most studious students. Means the student in good in his or her physique or height may not be good in study. The most intelligent student may not be the friendliest students. Means the student who is very intelligent may not be friendly with all. So there will be a lot of difference you will find. So how do we compare students? The criteria we may use depend on the purpose of comparison. So for what we are comparing, for study purpose we are comparing, for physical growth we are comparing. So number of causes can be there, purposes can be there. So we use different criterion to choose a sports team, debate team, a music team, a team for to organize picnics. See students here for the different purposes it, it may be that we choose different student for such different purposes because there will be the different criteria to choose for such different activity and different qualities will be required, different criterion will be required to choose the students for such different teams. So still if for some purpose we have to choose the criterion for all around progress of children in the class. So how shall we do it? If there is one more criteria that overall means all around progress of the student we have to compare, then what could be the criteria? Usually we take one or more important characteristics of person and compare them based on these characteristics. Of course, there can be differences about what are important characteristics that should form the basis of comparison. Friendliness and spirit of cooperation, creativity, or marks secured. So these different bases can be there. So it is true of development too. For development of the countries also, this is very true that for comparing their com- for comparing countries, their income is considered to be one of the most important attributes. Firstly, we compare the countries' income for comparing their development. Countries with higher income are more developed than other with less income. It is very true. This is based on understanding that more income means more of all things that needs. Human beings need. Whatever people like and should have, they will be able to get with greater income. So greater income itself is considered to be one important goal. So as we know students that by income, by using money, we can buy these all the physical requirements, physical goods. So that way income is very important criteria to compare the country's development. Now, what is the income of a country? So intuitively, the income of the country is the income of all residents of the country. Means if the income of the resident country is increasing, लोगों की income बढ़ती है, then the country's income also increases. This gives us the total income of the country. However, for comparison between countries, total income is not such an useful measure. Reason? Since country have different population, the similar income, or the country is having higher income but very high population, then of course the income will affect the development of the people. Comparing total income will not tell us what an average person is likely to earn. Are people in one country better off than other in a different country? Hence we compare the average income, which is the total income of the country divided by its total population. The average income is also called per capita income. Means students, when we divide the income of the country by total of its population, then we get average income, and that provide us per capita income. Means each person will get how much part of the income, and that way then we can compare the country's development on the basis of income. In the World Development Report brought out by World Bank, this criterion is used in classifying countries. The per capita income is used for comparing the countries by the World Bank also. Countries with per capita income of US dollar 12,056 per annum and above in 2017 are called rich countries, and those with per capita income of US dollar 955 or less are called low income countries. In India, in the category of low middle income countries, because its per capita income in 2017 was just 1822 per annum. So India falls in this category. The rich countries, excluding countries of Middle East and certain other small countries, are generally called the developed country. Actually, some of the countries may be having very high per capita income, but they do not fall in this developed category because there are a number of other criteria also. But rest of, or mostly we see, if their income is higher, they are more developed, are developed countries. Why do we not use that averages, means total income, to compare? Here it is explained through figure that country, if we take country A and B, and monthly income of the people varies, suppose five people are there, then you can see here in this figure, in this chart, that the income of these people in this country are likely to be near about 10,000. But in country B, the different people are getting 500, and one person is getting 48,000. So here it there is looking that balance is there among the distribution of people, that income. But here balance is not there. One person is getting most of the income and rest are getting very low income. Average of both the country will come similar. So just average will be helpful for comparing the country's development. Here example is given to make you clear that average income is not enough to compare country's development. If you see the average income of both of these countries will come similar, that means both the countries are in similar condition. It is not. As here in the picture you can see that four seats are there. occupied with the five people equally. Means that is trying to show there is equal distribution of income in the country, equal distribution of share of this figure. But here, one person is taking most of the chair and rest four are getting very only two chairs. Means this country B, most of the income is going to one hand and very few income is going to these more people of the country. So this is the concept through this picture and chart shown that average income is not enough to compare the country's development. So this was all about for discussing today's topic, students. Here some questions are there on the basis of discussion today. What is the main criteria used by World Bank in classifying different countries? What are the limitation of this criteria, if any? So the limitation just here we discussed. So that limitation should be explained with the help of these chart and diagram, students. So that chart and diagram should be used for explaining this question number 4 of your exercise. Why do we use averages? Explain it. So why do we use average? There in the discussion we saw that average income is used to compare. Are there any limitation to their use? Again, this picture will help you with that limitation is there, that is not making clear how the income distribution is there. Here in one country average, here in this country average, both are same, but income distribution is not clear with this average income. Illustrate with your own example and relate to the development. So you can use your example also and explaining this concept. So this was all about today's topic, students. We'll meet in the next module. Till then, bye bye all of you. Thank you.